Hi guys, welcome to Happy Visas. My name is Philip Port, and today I've been asked many questions. What's my opinion of Donald Trump? Is he genuine? Is he sincere about peace with Russia, Ukraine? And my opinion on that is I think he is genuine. I think he is sincere just because he's lost. I think if Ukraine was winning the battle, I think he would I think he would be supplying them with more weapons. I think he would be supplying them with more assistance. So my opinion is they've lost the battle. So he likes to do business. He likes a good deal. So better get something out of it rather than nothing. And what you've got to understand is the hypocrisy and the double standards. I mean, every time you had, a pro-Russian government win in Ukraine, you had, first of all, you had the Orange Revolution. So the pro-Russian government was kicked out. Then you had Maidan, same thing again. You had in 2014 that obviously initiated the Crimea crisis. So every time you've had a pro-Russian government, a government that wants closer ties with Russia, like the European Union, they wanted to join with Belarus, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Russia, free common zone. So when Russia did it and when its partners did it, that's a no-no for the European Union. It's a no-no for America. And, what you've got to remember as well is that Ukraine is a very, very rich country. I mean, just the black soil can feed 600 million people per year. I mean, you can grow anything in this black soil. During the Second World War, the Germans took a lot of that black soil because, you can grow anything. It's got all the rare earth metals. It's got coal. If you want to, transit anything from China, you've got to go through Russia, you've got to go through Ukraine. So it's a fantastic transit hub for any business. So Ukraine is a very strategic ally for any country, partner if it joins the European Union. So yeah, it's worth fighting for. Unfortunately, I'm sure if it never had these resources, if it never had these mineral wealths, nobody would be fighting over Ukraine. It would be a liability. It would be a pain in the ass, let's say. So yeah, so that's my take on it. I don't believe. I think if Donald Trump or if the Americans and Ukraine were winning this battle, I think what would inevitably happen, there wouldn't be any peace agreement. There wouldn't be any signatures or anything like that anymore. Minsk agreements free. They just wouldn't allow it. But because they're losing, Trump wants to do a good deal. And I believe Trump also, he wants to focus on what I call a genocide in Gaza. I think he wants to focus on that. I think he wants to focus on China. I think he wants conflict there, battles there, and it's just a major distraction. The Ukraine. I think it's problematic. I think it's a major distraction for the Americans, especially that I believe they've lost, and that's been, with the advancements and what's happened in Luhansk, Donbass, what's happening in Kursk, which is part of Russia. They've now almost virtually captured Kursk. Kursk is back in almost 100% control of the Russians. So I think it's good night Vienna. I think this conflict will end soon. I don't think the sanctions will end. I think unless the Americans get a great deal, unless Russians are prepared to negotiate. But I think the damage has been done. I think a lot of countries are weaning themselves off the dollar. They don't want it. I mean, I think China is scared that the dollars will get confiscated. And, but Russia has some advantages. Americans want to take Russia out of China's hands, let's say. Russia had to move east, had to get into bed with China, rightly so. And I think that's been a strategic blunder by the West in their eyes. They want to do business on one hand, but on the other hand, they don't want Russia getting into bed with China, so they want to put sanctions on Russia, but it just drives them towards China. So it does have some aces. And as I've said in previous videos, Russia has a highly skilled or highly educated workforce. I mean, everybody's been to university. You've got the best scientists here. You've got the best doctors here. Despite what you hear, the education system is amazing, and I've pointed that out in other videos. It's got all the natural resources. It's got a lot of land to grow crops. If you want to fly your aeroplanes to Thailand or to China, you've got to pay Russia a royalty. So it's got aerospace as well. If you want to fly through Russia, you've got to pay Aeroflot a nice little bonus. So it's got a lot of positives for it. So in my opinion, guys, just to recap, I think Trump is forced into a deal. He realizes, thank God, that the war is lost. Russia has a lot of strategic advantages. It's got a military force as well that can protect itself. It's got nuclear weapons. So yeah, that's my take on all of that. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe. Cheers, guys.